So, well, one of the main challenges in intellectual property, if you look at 3D printing and additive manufacturing, not only in the medical arena, but also in all other parts, is the enforcement of infringement. It's so easy to disseminate and to share designs and to share your files with other persons on the other side of the planet. So it's extremely easy. The thing is that intellectual property, in principle, patents are national laws. Copyrights are in principle national laws, although we have international conventions that you don't need registration to get a copyright. But nonetheless, the way the judges would take a look at the cases like this, that's national law. So the output is not very clear in which country what would be protected. So it's more a matter of enforcement than that is much new. But then again, shift happens. The whole issue is that a lot can happen to the supply chain. The roles will change of the parties involved. Doesn't listen anymore. Yeah. Because, hospitals become factories. The doctors become engineers. We already saw that in the previous slides. They come closer together. And in technology universities, you see education where technical engineers are trained, medical engineers, I must say. So they work closely together with doctors, with the hospitals. The dentist printing implants, so that the whole industry is coming together with the service provider, if you like. So their roles will change. Hospitals may become suppliers even. So rolling the dice, it's, the companies involved and the institutions and hospitals and also governments should maybe reconsider the positions of these players in the field, because their liability may also change. Where is your position in the value chain, in the supply chain as well? Well, what if something goes terribly wrong? It's not a very attractable position, I guess. Missing part of your body. There are risks, definitely. We've seen the example, which is not really to do with 3D printing, but we've seen the product liability issue in France and all that with the breast implants, ruptures of breast implants. So there's a lot of risk out there. Don't avoid the risk, because entrepreneurship is taking risks, but you have to take calculated risks. So that could lead to product liability, because if you bring something onto the market, you are in principle liable. That's European legislation and international legislation. But who is the producer? That may shift, because the hospital no longer buys the material from a supplier. They print it themselves. So who is the producer? Who is liable? Who is actually the producer and the manufacturer? Who is responsible? So the hospital as a reseller. What about warranty? What if this jaw breaks, or what if this implant doesn't work? What about agreements? You have to think about that, and I can assure you the hospitals are not even aware that this is happening. First of all, what 3D printing actually means for them. That's the first step to be taken. But the second step is definitely also standardization, and the third step maybe is also our job to make hospitals aware of what they're doing. And what if the consumer starts to be able to print the braces themselves, for instance? What if that creates problems? Not very imaginable that a patient will print their own skull implant. That's not very useful as well. But a lot as well is possible, and could lead to interesting liability issues. So, well, definitely 3D printing and bioprinting will definitely take off, and in several industries a lot is happening already, especially in aerospace and in automotive and all that. But definitely also in bioprinting. It's an interesting period in time for lawyers, because, well, always take the legal plan alongside the business plan, and that's something people most of the time to come too late to, and normally hire their lawyers too late. So be prepared. That's the message actually. And well, let's roll the dice. Whatever your game is, take care and see that you position yourself. Try to figure out what your position is. Reconsider your position also legally. And one thing I'm a little bit amazed about is that a lot of hospitals, institutions, manufacturers normally don't share very much. They keep it to themselves. That means that a lot of lawyers have nice practices because they're inventing the wheel every time again. So platforms like Sessimo have a huge task to bring people together and to make standards or best practices, bring together the interests and get something done together. That's much better than every time over again. And it's not about digital always. Sometimes some things happen without downloading. With this slide says, no, we have not downloaded you. You were just born. That's it. That's always still possible. That's bioprinting ultima forma. Thank you very much.